Before there was a
Before
nation,
there was a nation, there was an idea.
There wa-
An idea born in the quiet hum of silence, penned by the flickering light of a candle, and championed by ordinary people who simply refused to live on their knees. This is the story of July 4th, the day a nation chose freedom. Imagine the year 1776. 13 colonies, scattered along the edge of a continent, stood on the precipice of the impossible. They weren't a wealthy superpower. They weren't a military giant. They were farmers, merchants, blacksmiths, and laborers, and they were about to challenge the greatest, most powerful empire on earth. They were told they were subjects, mere extensions of a distant crown, but in their hearts they answered as free people. For years, the British Crown had ruled from across a vast ocean. It imposed taxes on their lives without ever listening to their voices. Its laws were enforced by the boots of soldiers, not by the consent of the governed. And slowly, agonizingly, a truth became impossible to ignore. Freedom could not be begged for. It had to be claimed. On July 4th, 1776, a single, extraordinary document changed the course of human history. The Declaration of Independence wasn't just a breakup letter to a king. It was a revolutionary manifesto. It declared something radical, something that sent shockwaves across the world, that power belongs to the people. It asserted that all are created equal and endowed with certain unalienable rights. It proclaimed that liberty is not a gift granted by rulers, but an inherent right owned by all of humanity. Think about the gravity of that moment. By putting their names on that parchment, those 56 men were signing away their safety, their fortunes, their very lives. If they failed, they would be hunted as traitors and hang from the gallows. But if they succeeded, the world would never be the same. They wagered everything on the conviction that a government should serve its people, not the other way around. The war that followed was brutal, a crucible of fire and blood. It was a war that tore families apart, pitting brother against brother. Cities burned to the ground. Hope flickered like a fragile flame in a storm. In the frozen fields of Valley Forge, soldiers with bare, bloodied feet held the line against despair. In the sweltering heat of the southern campaigns, militias of ordinary citizens fought with unmatched ferocity. For 8 long years, the struggle raged on. It was a war fought not just with muskets and cannons, but with an unwavering belief in a future they might not live to see. Generation by generation, sacrifice was forged into victory. Each loss, each hardship only hardened their resolve. And when the smoke finally cleared and the war at last ended, a new nation stood where 13 colonies once were. It wasn't perfect. It wasn't finished. But it was free. This is why July 4th is so much more than just a day for fireworks and barbecue. Those traditions are wonderful, but they are symbols of a much deeper truth. The holiday is about courage. It's about the profound, world-altering moment when a group of people looked at the odds stacked against them and decided that freedom was worth everything. It was worth their homes, their comfort, and their lives. So today, when you look up and see the sky burst into a kaleidoscope of light, remember what it truly represents. Each explosion of color echoes the fire that once burned in the hearts of those revolutionaries. Each crackle and boom is a reminder of the price that was paid. It's a reminder that liberty is not a monument we visit once a year. It is a living, breathing thing that survives only when each generation takes up the responsibility to protect and cherish it. America was not born because the path was easy. It was born because the path of freedom was necessary. The story of 1776 teaches us that the most powerful force for change is unfound in armies or treasuries, but in the collective will of people who dare to imagine a better world and are willing to build it. That is the spirit of Independence Day. Thank you for watching. If this story resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that explores the ideas and events that have shaped our world. Happy 4th of July!